Previously on Knight's Quest, Saoirse and Zataar are attempting to reroute a wagon away from Captain Trench's ship to their own. The wagon contains many treasures, including the all-important Tahanin supplies. Their only obstacle, Johnny de Piede. Meanwhile, Chor and Ticket are trying to smuggle the smuggler, Saoirse, onto their own ship, but in the process have wound up at the supermarket and have been spotted by Billy Willy Willy and the crew of Topic. So hold on to your seats and hang on tight, because it's time for another adventure here on Knight's Quest. Alright, gather round everyone, it's time for a story. Story time.
Yay! I love stories.
Story time at the library. Now I picked out a very exciting book off the shelves of the library. Do you guys have any guesses on what story we're reading today?
Is it the Gruffalo?
Is it?
No.
Is it how the leopard got his spots?
No.
Is it the Very Hungry Caterpillar?
No. Good guesses,
Why does
everyone.
that book say tax evasion for dummies? That doesn't sound like a very fun story.
That's what we're reading, Billy. How did... Maybe you should read it. Your reading's getting very good, Billy. Tax evasion for dummies. I think this is a very useful story. And it's based off a true story. So, actually, I wrote this book.
Who's Karl Marx?
Oh, I see. That's for next week. We're reading that one next week.
Why is just reading the back? It says seize the means of production.
Oh, they got the wrong back on this one. That's for communism for dummies, not tax evasion for dummies. That's a printing error on this book.
I think it's just the wrong dust jacket.
Oh, you're right. It's the wrong dust jacket. You guys are very clever. Wait, hold on. When I take off this dust jacket, this is actually a different book. It says it's Knight's Quest.
I won't be party to this. You can't make me.
I guess that's what we're reading today. We're reading Knight's Quest.
I'm not complicit.
Knight's Quest. It's actually a Ponzi scheme.
Knight's Quest. It's communism.
Knight's Quest. Welcome back.
Knight's Quest.
Podcast.
Launder your money.
For legal reasons, this is a joke.
Just give really horrible illegal advice on this show.
Please don't.
Knight's Quest. Invest in precious metals. It's the only currency that won't depreciate.
You know what? But I appreciate you for coming back and listening to our show. So welcome back to Knight's Quest. That's my job. Save this show from so many things. Well, we got a lot of story to tell, and I feel like this is going to be a good episode. So I think we just got to jump right into it, boys.
Unlike our normal episodes.
Right.
The other ones which are trash. This one's good. There's going to be no time wasting.
It's very good.
Doing it. We got ourselves in a situation where Chor, Ticket, and Saoirse have just been led into a wonderful restaurant, a poppin' off, bustling, lively evening restaurant at the supermarket. It's full, it's crowded, but Chor, with his scoping, has just spotted Topic. Let's jump back in.
Whoa.
I think Chor grabs Ticket kind of like by the shoulder. He's like, Ticket, I think we gotta go.
Why is that? No. Oh, hey, it's those guys again. I'm gonna wave to them.
Does she wave to him?
No. I think Chor stopped her. Do you want to do a roll?
I think we have to do a roll now. Actually, this is very important. Does he stop her from waving?
Okay,
I'm gonna do quick hand versus quick hand.
Wait, who has the gauntlet now?
Ticket does.
What's your quick hand? I just roll against it.
It's 3.
And is she waving with the gauntlet, or is she backpacking it?
Backpacking it. She's not gonna wear it all the time.
That'd be a heavy wave.
Yeah.
That'd be a heavy wave. Okay. Here's what happens.
Yeah.
Chor succeeds.
Okay.
With 4 disadvantages.
Okay.
So
this has potential to go badly.
Yeah, I know. I don't know what's happened. So he stops you from waving.
Right.
But I think the result is they're gonna still see you because he
causes a scene.
Yeah, he just causes a scene. So I think he.
No, stop!
It's like, no, don't. What are you doing?
Hey, why did you stop me from waving at those road rings on the crew of Topic that we met before, and we're seeing them again now? Why'd you do that?
And Silene's like, what are you guys doing? And like gets involved, and so like everyone around you kind of like looks, and then Topic also turns and sees, and
excellent.
it is Gerard and Vampire.
What?
Oh, not you again.
Look, can we just get some food? Like, we're hungry. We're not trying to start anything this time. I lost my wallet. Did you guys steal my wallet? I had it attached to my pants with a chain, but it's not there anymore.
Oh, you mean this one?
Oh, if you stole his wallet, I want to fight now. That's what I want to do.
Give me my wallet. What do you...
Yeah.
Ticket, I think this is our due leave.
Oh, yeah, no, that's probably a good idea. I don't really... Yeah, okay, yep.
And Silene's like, again, we're trying to not bring attention to what's going on, as more attention is getting brought on to all of them.
I'm still getting used to being in a crew. Sometimes I forget what our main objective is. Sorry, that's my bad.
Our main objective is to get back to the Kaiserion with our new friend.
Let's do it. Let's go.
Okay, so I think so. Is Topic pursuing them as they leave?
Are they leaving?
Would you say they're in hot pursuit?
Oh, you could say that.
You could.
You could say that very much.
You definitely could.
So I think we are going to have a good old chase now, as Topic is going to try to get out. I think I will give them this where Topic is. They are further in the crowd, so it's going to take them a while to get out. So it'll give our crew a little advantage. And since Chor is in the lead, I'll have him roll dexterity. So we got to get a boost, and Topic is a 2. So we'll see how they catch up. We'll see how this goes. Okay, so I rolled to see if they escape Topic.
Okay.
And there were a lot of advantages rolled, but no successes. So it's ultimately going to be a failure with 4 advantages.
Okay.
So maybe it's not that they like lose them, but they're not captured. Like Topic doesn't catch up to them, but they're still pursuing.
Yes.
You haven't gotten away from us. We're still chasing you.
My wallet.
Also the wallet thing, yeah.
Come on. Guys, come on.
So it seems like the crowd really was a hindrance, and having them be able to catch up to like fight them. But as they're weaving through the sole of the giant's foot, Topic is able to step in line, step in toe. What's the line of that?
What?
Toe the line.
Oh, okay.
They're able to follow you. Trying to make a foot bud. They follow you.
Oh. So who has the wallet right now?
I don't know. Billy Willy had it originally, so
Yeah.
Okay.
so he still has it.
He's still
Now
okay.
it's just more than just trying to get you back. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's fair.
They just don't like you guys.
Right.
So 4 advantages is going to be, I'm going to say that on the way out, they steal some wangs. They take some wangs with them.
Wait, who does?
Ticket or Chor.
Okay.
Because we got advantages.
Yeah, I'm down.
Mangto, Habanerto.
Oh, Lord. Oh, boy.
So that's an advantage. And I'm going to say 3 other advantages is that they will be able to get back to the Kaiserion with no other hurdles. But Topic is going to...
right.
Topic is going to get there with them.
That is a pretty substantial hurdle, yeah.
Do they throw the wangs while they're running? Does Ticket throw the wangs?
That would be on brand for Ticket, yes.
And also very repetitive for Topic.
Just roll an accuracy for me, Ticket. I just want to see if you hit him.
Uh-huh.
As you run through the city streets. Difficulty 2.
Failure with 2... No, wait, I got the symbols mixed up. That's 2 successes, which means it all cancels out. Great. Great. Love it. We love to see it.
This has been pretty par for the course for the Giant's foot.
Yeah.
At a boost.
Okay. For what purpose?
Because you have
plot
proficiency in throwing wangs.
You're going to need to write that down, Jamie. We're not going to forget that.
I'm so glad to hear that I have proficiency in throwing wangs.
Throwing wangs.
2 advantages.
Oh, okay. So it still failed. Okay.
Proficient in wing throwing.
Wang throwing, please.
So you don't hit him. As you're running through the streets, you're unable to hit him with the wangs.
Are you throwing, like, pieces of fried food at us? That's not cool.
Yeah, it's also not going to work on us again.
Yeah, they're not hitting us, but it's still annoying.
Yeah, I would say, and one advantage is you do succeed at an annoying Topic.
We're very annoyed.
They're pretty perturbed.
I'm not okay.
There it is. Maybe another one is this is a stretch. The Wangs can give a boost towards our other group.
What? Oh, because they're lying in the road?
Yeah. Who knows? We'll see. We'll jump to that scene.
Oh, good.
And that will somehow be beneficial.
Yeah.
The advantages are you pissed off Topic, and they will be helpful for what we're doing right now.
Oh, good.
So let's cut to the truck. The Swamp Ox cart. So Saoirse and Johnny are in the front, again, making their way through the soul as well.
Making our way downtown.
Right.
Walking fast.
Moving fast. Zataar's in the back, can't find what they're looking for.
Right.
What happens?
The Swamp Ox kind of lifts its head a little bit and starts to kind of veer off course. It's like following a smell. And it finds a kind of haphazard trail of wangs?
Now, I'm going to say this. Gianni,
Yeah.
he's an expert at
Right.
controlling the Swamp Ox. So he's probably going to see this, and he's like, hey, that's not where we're going. And he's going to try to get the Swamp Ox back on track.
Okay.
However, you guys could intervene somehow at this moment. So Johnny, he's got the reins, and he's trying to control the Swamp Ox, trying to make it not follow these wangs. Which, Saoirse, I'll give you this much: you at least know that those wangs, you don't know who put them there,
Right.
But they're definitely going in the direction towards the Kaiserian.
Towards the Kaiserian, exactly. Saoirse's gonna say, now, let's not be hasty, Johnny. It truly could be that this is a faster route towards our good friend Louis Trench and where he be waiting.
She's going for persuasion.
Yes.
Persuade, and I'll give you the boost, as we said. The boost from the wangs.
I love it, a boost.
I'm gonna say difficulty. You are lying because this is not a shorter path.
That's correct.
And Johnny knows this, so I'm gonna say difficulty 3.
Okay. Glad
How
I have...
would he even know that?
He knows this city. He knows the roads. He knows where they go.
Okay, there's 2 failures, but there's 5 successes, so that worked out. There's 1 disadvantage, and for advantages we have 3, which means success with 2 advantages.
What was the boost? What
Is
did
that
the
a
boost
good
have on
roll?
it?
The boost was 1 of each. 1 success, 1 advantage.
Oh, okay, so it was very helpful in this result. So here's what happens. Johnny's trying to redirect this Swamp Ox. He's like, nah, this ain't the way to go. And you say that. He's like, maybe this is a shortcut. And you see him kind of scratch his chin a little bit. He's like, I mean, this ain't the route I'd usually take. You know, usually I'd go up north. You'll get over the big toe. That's where Trench usually is. He's up at the big toe. But maybe if we swooped down and went through all the docks,
Aye.
we could pick up, I think it is my turn to do the dock route in the evening because, Zampa, he didn't finish earlier today. He didn't finish going to all the docks and collecting our, tributes. So, maybe, yeah, we could go, visit all the ships. You know, Zampa, and here's your 2 advantages. I'll give you this.
Okay.
Zampa was telling me there was another ship, some, Kaiserian. He didn't get the tributes from him. So maybe we'll swing by them and, do you know them? Do you know these guys?
Oh boy, if I wish I could remember if this has come up in conversation with them at all previously.
I don't think so.
Saoirse says, don't ring any bells.
Well, maybe you can help me make some acquaintance. I'm not good with the bro drinks. That's usually why I'm not in the dock crew. But hey, maybe tonight's my night. We'll swing by. We'll get some tributes, and we'll bring the tributes to Trench, and he'll be even happier. So this is gonna be great. Hey, follow the wangs.
Follow that wangs.
Follow them wangs. I would like to do something once we're in sight of our ship, the Kaiserian.
This is going very well for you both
So far.
so far. But we did technically fail with Topic, and so we gotta make sure that rides. And of course, just because you've gotten it to the right ship doesn't mean the mission's over. So
Right.
let's do this piece by piece. The Kaiserian.
Mm-hmm.
Captain Flynn and Kareen are on the Kaiserian.
They might be.
And I know Flynn has been impatient, and Kareen has no more gauntlet to fiddle with. So, do you think they're on the deck waiting for everyone, or do you think they're below deck? Or at least Flynn. Where do you think he is?
Flynn's probably below deck.
Okay. I'll then say Kareen is above deck to just keep watch. She's watching over the city, enjoying the night air, when she sees Chor and Ticket and a hooded figure booking it down the docks towards them. She's like, Chor, ticket, what is going on? Why are you running back? And then she, of course, sees Topic running behind them, and she goes, oh, I see. We have some trouble. What's going on? Do I need to call the captain?
Karine, are Saoirse and Zataar back yet or no?
No, I thought you went to go and find them.
Oh, that's not good. Chor, what do we do?
Looks like we need to get you-know-who on the ship and stall for time.
Okay, let's do it. We gotta get up that gangplank, yeah.
Okay, they can get up, and Karine's like, who is this? This is not, remember, we've already taken on one stowaway, we cannot have another stowaway. I don't know. Listen, Karine, all we know is we were told that we need to get her out of this city, and that's what we're doing.
Yeah, we agreed that we would take her on our ship, and her name is Siley.
It's Silene, or the Red Cutlass.
Right, the Red Cutlass. Is that like a big deal? Is that like a nickname?
It is my code name.
Oh, okay,
yes, it's my super secret, only magic. It's my super magic name.
That's so cool.
I love Ticket so much.
Ticket has immediately begun thinking about what her super secret magic name should be.
Every good brodring has a super secret magic name.
You know I'm gonna come up with one later in this show. Like that is absolutely happening.
I think Karine and Chor kind of like give each other like a glare, and then Karine's like, yeah, of course, everyone does, and that's so important, and I'm actually embarrassed for you, you don't have one already. So, mine is, and Chor goes, yours is, Dustpants, yours is Dustpants, that's your name, and Karine just like gives him
So are we still being chased, or...
Oh yeah, Topic is caught up to you now at this point. They're here. You guys are on your ship, but they're like at the dock below.
Ticket turns to them and says, wait, don't come any closer.
Save yourself, I'll hold them back.
Ticket doesn't have anything in particular in mind. She's trying to get them to stop any way she can.
Do they stop?
I don't know. Do we roll for it, or do I just tell you?
No, Vampire stops and goes, look, our ship is like right over there. Like, we could go and get more people.
Our ship is right over there.
It's like right there. Yeah.
It's right there.
Oh, that was your ship the whole time. I was wondering which brodering ship would dare to have such awful taste.
What? Vampire. I think she just said we have awful taste.
That ain't gonna fly. And he like sprints back towards their ship.
Okay, so they both leave?
Well, Vampire does.
Gerard is going to do the same thing, yeah.
Are there any ships in between their ships?
I'm going to say there's like a fisherman boat, but there's no other brodering ships.
Okay, good. I have something planned.
So they're about to go on Topic?
Yes. Yeah, finally.
Right,
They're finally about to get on Topic.
So as they leave, then I guess the four of us, Karine's like, Zataar would have been proud of that one.
And Ticket's like, oh, that's probably not good if they're getting more people. I think we need to tell the captain what's up, right? Saoirse seemed really nervous about it, but I think we gotta tell him anyway, right?
Why would we need to tell the captain? He's fine. We've got the gauntlet, right? Hey, did you get to use it? Did you test it out?
I did, yeah. But, like, we have a whole new person now, and he was not super jazzed last time you guys did that. I'm glad you did, but...
Well, I'm going to give you this. The benefit that you had to stay on the ship was we had already left. So I'm not saying this. Don't say I said this. But if you want her to stay on the ship, we should tell the captain after we have left the port.
Oh.
And then what's he going to do?
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
She turns to Silene and says, how good are you at hiding in, like, the rations below deck where there's, like, barrels and stuff? Are you good at that? There's, like, some rats sometimes.
Silene smiles and she says, I'm pretty good at hiding.
Okay.
Also, she turns to Karine and she says, that's good observation. He always acts tough, but he's a sucker for the lost cause. Okay, I'm gonna go see if I can hide. Now, is he below deck? Should I not go down there if he's down there? Or is he in his cabin? Oh, he's in his room, so you should be fine as long as you don't go in there. And so I guess Celine's gonna go hide.
Sounds like a plan?
Guess Celine's hiding. That'll be fun later on.
I agree.
Okay.
Oh, gracious.
So let's now say the Trail of Wangs has led a Swamp Ox truck to the dock where Kaiserion and Topic are.
Okay. Yes. Now that we're there, I would like Saoirse to say to Johnny, or are we like right there, like right at the ship?
You guys are approaching it. You can, if you wanted to say something as you're approaching.
Johnny, purely out of curiosity, how would a skilled rider such as yourself get a Swamp Ox to go faster?
I'm trying to see if that needs to be a roll, but I don't think so. I think you've earned his trust. He would say, well, you see, what you do with the reins is you kind of got to clench them up and you give a little whip, and the ox, he knows he's got to go faster, speedy, like the wind.
I see.
Wings go faster.
Aye, that makes sense.
So I want Saoirse to kick him off the
thing. No. Okay. Now that's a roll.
That's a roll, yeah.
So it's time for the roll that I've been wanting for a while now.
Okay.
You're kicking him off.
Yeah.
There's a couple options. I will let you choose.
Okay.
I could either see this being a fancy feat.
Okay.
Because you are using feet. I could see this being a weapon handling physical. Because it's technically like a fight move. Or I could see this being a strength brute. Because you're just like using your sheer force. You let me know which one you're using, and I'll let you know what the difficulty is going to be corresponding wise.
Okay.
So I will say that they're similar but different for Johnny's resistance to those.
I'm going to say fancy feet. I think I have a better chance in dexterity.
Okay. Then the difficulty is going to be 2.
Okay.
And I'll give you a boost because you're catching him off guard.
Excellent.
Because that was surprising.
We have our success. We have a couple, actually. 3 disadvantages.
Poi fig.
It's it's all the same. Only the names have changed. This just keeps happening.
Okay. Then here's what we're going to do.
Yeah.
After learning information of how to make the sucker go faster.
Yeah.
How do you kick Johnny off? Do you just kind of like stand up and give him just like a good shove? Or it's like a hip check more? It's got to be your feet because you rolled fancy feet.
It has to be my feet?
Yeah, you rolled fancy feet.
Yeah.
You kicked him.
Are we seated next to each other?
Yeah.
Can I do like the thing where you like spin around on your butt and like your legs just like bah, you know what I mean?
Yeah. So like you spin up on the chair using both feet, just
Bam.
shove him off. He goes flying out onto the side streets. You can see the docks ahead of you, but there's some distance there. You take control of the wagon and you continue to move.
We gotta have him go faster.
As you pick up speed, though, I'm going to say 3 disadvantages. You forgot to inform your partner, who is now, as you pick up speed, is going to fall out the back.
No!
So I'm going to say Zataar falls out the back of the wagon.
I don't even get to make like a saving throw? I don't get to roll like anything?
Please? Please, there's got to be something.
Alright, here's what I'll do. I will either use, because you said three disadvantages.
There's 3 disadvantages.
Either I use all 3 of them on this and you just fall out.
Okay.
Or I'm going to use 2 of them on this, you get a save, but then there's going to be another little bad thing that happens. This is your choice.
You know what? At this point, I'd rather just fall out.
Alright.
Zataar has accepted his fate.
Yeah, just like onto the cobblestones.
Yeah. So Zataar falls out of the wagon. Both he and Johnny take 1 harm.
Oh no.
That's not good.
Can I change my answer?
Saoirse's like, alright, Zataar, here's the plan. Wait. Oh no.
And you are booking it. You are cruising down this thing. It's 3 disadvantages, so I can make it hurt.
Yeah, I think Zataar slowly gets up on like his hands and knees, and he like looks over at Gianni and goes, "What even was that?"
I think Johnny dazed because he's just like falling on the ground. I'm gonna see how bad he gets hurt. Actually, I'm gonna roll Okay, he's fine. He's not concussed. I think he was able to kind of like do a little bit of a roll. So like I'm gonna say he still got hurt just because he fell, but he's able to kind of like get back up pretty quickly. So you're trying to, like, play off that you don't know what's going on, is what you're saying, right?
Or does he literally not know what happened?
Zataar does not know what happened.
And Johnny's like, oi, wait, hey, did your friend just kick me off my own cart?
Listen, I don't know if you know this.
She's getting away with all this stuff.
But she also kicked me off of the cart.
So you fell out.
No, semantics. Yes, I am also not on the cart. But I don't think you understand. This was not some plan. This was not some grand scheme for me to end up with my face on the cobblestones once again tonight. I would like you to know that this is as much of a surprise to you as it is to me. Maybe we should start walking.
Johnny's like, okay, I guess, but he, like, sees the, like, wangs on the ground, and you can tell his face is like, what crew you say you're from again?
Oh, no.
The genie's revenge, why?
It's just, I don't know. Something's fishy and it ain't just these wangs.
Well, we are right next to the docks. I don't know if that maybe it's the air is fishy
near a good point.
The war fight.
Why is you guys so eager to help us?
Oh no!
All of a sudden,
What do you mean?
like you's real nice.
But
We're doing all kinds of things.
Oh no!
What are you talking about? You have been extremely hospitable and nice to us all evening.
We're hospitable.
I am sorry. I thought we were friends.
That's what I thought too until I got kicked out my own cart. I'm just trying to put the pieces together.
Listen. At this point, you and I are on the same level of understanding on this current situation. I do think that maybe we need to follow that truck because it is getting further and further away the longer we stand here and talk about it.
All right, Zataar, I'm going to regret this, but I think you need to make either camaraderie. I think this is camaraderie. I think you're making camaraderie.
All right.
I'm going to say difficulty is 3.
He's suspicious.
He's suspicious. Can't give you easy rolls at this point, you know? I mean,
Yeah, it's not like I'm trying to wrap this up or anything.
People think I'm trying to be soft.
4 of those dice were blank.
Oh no!
3 successes.
Oh
Wow.
2 disadvantages.
yeah.
Par for the course.
So here's what Johnny's going to say. He's like, you're right. We're in the same spot. We're wearing the same shoes. Let's go find this friend of yours.
My shoes are a little nicer than yours, but...
Okay. We're wearing the same shoes because you took clothes from us. All right.
Oh my
so
god,
the same.
that's right. I'm not wearing my shoes.
So let's go find Saoirse and our stuff, and maybe I need to go and show her where these shoes really belong. And so the advantage is he's on your side.
Where the
2
shoes
disadvantages. Yeah, I'm going to kick her in the face with my shoes.
Oh, I was okay. I'm glad you clarified because I wanted to make sure that you were not trying to say that the shoes did not belong on.
No,
your
she
feet.
kicked me off my own cart. She took it, so I'm pretty mad. I'm gonna go fight her.
I see. Okay, well let's go.
So that's the disadvantage is that he's with you. He ain't with her. Okay, Saoirse, you make it to the Caesarea.
This is gonna be fun.
You've got the swamp ox barreling down the docks.
Yeah, I was gonna say maybe she'd consider going back, turning this whole truck around and going back for Zataar, but I don't think so.
Saoirse, do you have a check in the steering skill?
No, that'd be great though. Well, I do for husbandry because this is an animal.
Oh, yeah. You know what? I'll allow it.
Are you trying to mate it?
No, what?
No, that's just
It's like
animal controlling.
it's like being familiar with animals and stuff, isn't it?
Yeah, very familiar.
Oh no, have I severely misunderstood what this word means?
The care, cultivation, and breeding of crops and animals.
Care.
Well, yeah, that still tracks.
Yeah, that's exactly what we wanted. Care. Okay. Make a
I'm just very knowledgeable about beasts.
husbandry roll to stop the swamp ox from careening off the dock.
Oh my lord, what's the difficulty?
It's barrel 2.
Okay. Love that check mark. I have an advantage.
No.
This is a bad game.
Hold on, I have an idea.
Okay.
You do not succeed in stopping the swamp box.
That's correct.
However, mayhaps in this moment where you realize that you cannot stop the swamp box, maybe you realize that it is instead more feasible to stop the cart. If you were to separate the swamp box from the cart.
Can I do that? How can I do that?
I mean, it's just like a pin that holds the yoke to the cart.
I want to do that. I want to do that thing.
So here's you're running down the docks. You see the ship, Topic's ship. You see the Kaiserion. You see your friends on the Kaiserion. The dock. There's not too much left of it. And the swamp box, he ain't stopping. You riled him up too much. You told him to go fast too many times.
Oh no!
He's upset that his owner is gone, and you know that about him, right? You know animals. You know you won't be able to slow him down.
Yeah.
So you
this
need
is that moment in Breath of the Wild where you've hit giddy up too many times, and
you also know. Saoirse would know this. The best way to save the swamp box would also be to detach it from the wagon so it can swim away when it runs into the water.
Oh, yeah, then I feel way better about it. Yeah, okay.
So you need to unhook the pin.
Let's do it.
Now, I don't know what this roll is to unhook the pin under a tight situation.
Quick hand?
I think it's a quick hand move.
Boy.
It's going to be 1 purple, 1 red.
I really need to get better stats, you guys. Oh, boy. Yeah, I only have a 2 for quick hand. I don't have any check marks or anything.
Oh, boy. That's a lot on those dice.
Yeah, it's a failure with a disadvantage. This sucks.
Oh, no.
This is going quite... No, it's not no. I want to make that very clear.
That's fair. That is something else.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is going quite poorly.
Okay, I have a pitch, if you guys would like to hear it. Okay. So, at this point, the crew of Topic is making quite a racket on their ship, and it's a little concerning. Torches are being lit, people are being brought onto the main deck. I don't remember what they're called. The trapdoors on the side of the boat that cover the openings for the cannons.
Oh, yeah.
Those start to open up.
Oh, that's
pointing
not good.
at the Kaiserion. So there's like a lot of racket. There's like a really fast big animal and a cart like careening down the dock. Flynn bursts out of the captain's quarters. He just kind of yells to nobody in particular. What in the salty sea is going on? And he sees Saoirse heading towards the water, not able to stop.
Hunched over the yoke, trying to pull the pin out.
Yeah.
Unsuccessful.
And he, lightning quick, without even, making a decision, just instinctively, he leaps off the side of the boat, spreads his wings, and grabs Saoirse off of the cart.
Oh my goodness.
Now, I gotta add.
Yeah.
Is that a failure with a disadvantage? Is that she gets saved?
No, the failure with the disadvantage is he's very, hurt, so they're not dry. But she doesn't go down with the cart. They both still end up in the drink, but she doesn't potentially get harmed by the cart, falling on her.
Oh, okay, so he's able to knock her off the cart, but now they're in the water.
Yes.
Oh, boy.
So the disadvantage is Flynn's in the water now.
Everything is in the water, yes.
Okay. So now the situation is the cart with the ox still attached is in the water. And Flynn and Saoirse are also in the water. And now the crew of Topic is mad. Meanwhile, Zataar and Johnny are running towards the dock. Johnny's also mad.
Oh, this got so terrible.
Silene is hiding. And Corin, Ticket, and Kareen are on the Kaiserion. Anyone want to go?
Flynn yells up at the boat. Yells at the Kaiserion. He's kind of splash. He's treading water, but he's splashing his hands around in the water. Can't ever find a blasted thing when I need it. Someone toss me my trident.
Yes, Captain. And Kareen runs into his room, and she runs back out. She's like, Captain, it's not in here.
I think he just stops. He stops thrashing around and just kind of. All right. I don't know what I expected. If I'm being honest, I don't.
The wagon is now sinking deeper into the water. There's only the top of the canvas roof is above, and the ox is treading above the water, but the yoke is starting to drag it down below.
That's so much. Can Saoirse try to get to it?
Flynn grabs Saoirse by the shoulder and says, I'll take care of the ox. You get what we need from the cart.
Aye. That is very unexpected for Saoirse. I guess she's gonna try to swim over and make her way to the cart?
Listen. Flynn doesn't know what we're looking for. It would be really dumb for Saoirse to grab the ox and Flynn to start rummaging around in nothing.
Saoirse says, by take care of, you mean save it, right? Just to be clear.
Yes.
I thank you, Captain. And yeah, she's gonna go do her thing. Yeah.
Okay.
So now do I get to roll a quick hand?
To pull the pin?
Well, yeah, to release the ox. Or can I...
Yes.
Can I do some other method of getting rid of it?
If you have another way of freeing the ox, by all means.
Yeah, I'm thinking just tearing apart the restraints. Instead of trying to separate the yoke from the cart, just tearing it apart.
Yeah, I was gonna say Saoirse could offer him this giant Bowie knife, but then I realized Flynn has giant dragon claws, so it's all good.
Go for brute.
And he can't accidentally drop those, so yeah.
Yeah. What's the difficulty?
2, I will add a setback because you're in water.
For multiple reasons.
Yeah.
Don't say that, he'll give you multiple setbacks.
It is a success with 1 disadvantage.
Perfect, so I like it. Okay.
I know.
So you are able to just with your sheer draconic strength, grab these restraints that are holding on, and there's a couple of them, holding the ox on, but you're able to get to all of them, breaking them. I think maybe one of them you even have to rip open, but I would say a 1 disadvantage. Maybe all of that makes it more difficult for Saoirse to find what she's looking for, all the thrashing around.
Or maybe now that it's untethered from the swamp ox, it starts sinking a little bit faster.
Yes, I like that.
Oh,
that's
no.
it.
Yeah.
Okay, so now that there's nothing pulling upward against the cart, the truck is going to sink even faster.
Oh,
so,
Lord.
Saoirse, you're going to go diving into the water.
Yeah.
And you're going to try to find the thing you need out of the sinking cart.
Yeah, it's a whole wagon full of stuff, and there's only one. The focus has been narrowed down to we're getting one thing and getting out of here. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Can I propose that mayhaps Saoirse has some sort of ability that allows her to see clearly underwater?
Yeah. Oh, I love that. Thing. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Excellent.
I have not given elves very many elfy things. I think this is one. Saoirse, I believe we're just going to go with you. You are a wood elf. We've established that. And wood elves can see clearly in water.
That's dope. Yeah.
That just in vision in general. There's a lot of things that don't restrict their vision.
Yeah.
Water being one. Yeah. So I'm going to have you make a searching roll.
That would be a searching roll.
Unless you have something you want to argue.
No.
It would be.
I don't.
How bad is your searching?
It's only 2.
I'm just going to have it be... Mm-hmm. I mean, it did have to be difficulty 3 is earlier, right? But I will give you a boost because you know what it is.
Okay.
And actually...
Oh, man, can I just have one good roll?
Actually, no. Jamie.
Okay.
Give it a second boost.
Okay.
I'll explain why if you find it.
Interesting. Okay.
But it has to do with it being in the water.
Lord, I hope so. Oh, that's a lot of things. Please. Okay. The advantages and disadvantages canceled out, but I have a success. Oh,
good.
Thank the spirits.
Spirits above and depths below.
Spirits of love.
You dive. Spirits
of love. What is the spirit of love?
Above. Saoirse, you knowing that the ox is going to be taken care of by your captain, dive into the waters. How does Saoirse feel about swimming in the water?
Normally, Saoirse's all about swimming. She's good at it. It works well. It's
pleasant for as far as things are pleasant in the ocean. Not so much right this second, since things have gone horribly, horribly wrong in the last, 50 seconds or so. So she is stressed, for sure, especially since she's still wounded quite a bit. But you know what? Let's make this happen. She knows what the goal is. She's gonna get to it.
So you dive down, you see the cart sinking, but you're faster than it is sinking, so you're able to get down to it. You're able to get into the inside, and some items are floating out. And you're able to brush some of them aside, and some of the weapons, obviously, some of the bags of contraband goods, you can brush those aside. You know what you're looking for, and you see that there is a sack, a burlap sack that, it has come loose, and floating out of it, you see, and it's easy to spot them, right? And this is why I had you roll the boost, because in the water there is a soft glow, not like a bright light, but it's almost like a shimmer. Like you see it sparkle now that it is wet, and it is these large clams, maybe about the size of a football.
Wow. Okay.
Very, they seem really smooth, but from experience that they just glisten as if they're smooth, but they do have a unique grooved texture on them. And you see that there are a couple of them floating out from this bag. And so you are able to grab, I'm going to say you could probably grab the bag and scoop a couple of them in there.
Yeah.
I will say, though, as you are swimming down, and this is our first time in the campaign looking deep into the waters, you see the true depths, the darkness descend below. There's no coastline, there's no bottom, it's just,
even in the harbor,
the dark. I would say maybe at the harbor there's probably some. I'll pull that back, because there would be some.
We're learning a lot of things about the world.
Yeah,
it would recede down.
In one direction you can see the bottom, towards the giant's foot, but in the other direction,
yes, you can see the edge, the cutoff edge, where there is land sloping down that the docks, are built off of, and then it just cuts off, and there is darkness, depths below, and the wagon is slowly sinking into that. You are far enough out that it is sinking into the true deepness where Tanin roam, and where there is no bottom.
Yeah. Silene is not going to be thrilled, but there's no way we're getting anything else besides this bag, so she's going to head back up,
You guys are both at the surface. Meanwhile, what's Topic doing? They're an angry mob, right?
Oh, Lord.
Yeah. I want Topic to, fire on the Kaiserion while they're still, in the harbor. Yeah.
Do it.
Oh, okay. No.
Because I feel like that might have some pretty serious repercussions for Topic, and also Gianni.
Okay.
Yes, and I love that.
They hear a bell, or they hear a tone from the ship. It must be some sort of signal, and then they loose a small volley, 3 cannons, fire at the Kaiserion. I suppose we should probably roll to see if they hit.
Yeah. So just roll. It would be whoever on the ship. We're not making a character for this random Topic member, but they would. I'm assuming they're someone who's good at using their tools. So you could either roll 2 green or 3 green if you think they've got their best on this. And then I feel like the difficulty is, to hit a ship that's right there that's not moving is 1. You know what I'm saying?
No, that's gonna be problems.
Yeah, that's a success with advantage.
Yeah. So they hit.
Why can't we roll those for our characters?
Right?
Yeah. And so they obviously hit the Kaiserion, and the crew is rattled.
Oh, yeah.
I think Kareen, as soon as she sees that an attack is being made, she's like, Abu Alab! And she rushes over to the fireman pole in the middle, the mast that's in the middle, and slides down to the where all the rune equipment is.
Yes.
And she's going to activate the tidal wall and put up the defenses, because what the heck? You're attacking us while we're here.
Can I make an addendum to the Topic's shot?
Yes.
They're not cannonballs. They're not just straight cannonballs. They're firing chain shot.
Okay.
Oh, sure.
That's bad news.
So what's the advantage that they gain from this? Obviously, they're going to have hurt the ship. Like, the ship took a little bit of damage.
They're going to take out one of the sails. I don't know.
Like
maybe
the chain wrapped it up?
Or like tore through it.
It would tear through it, for sure, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's the point of chain shot, is to mess up like the masts and stuff on the deck.
Wow, okay, this got heated very quickly.
Well, they were insulted.
That's fair.
We're not going to be able to leave the Giant's Foot. We're just
we
going
got
to die.
this. Don't worry about it. We got spare sails. It's not the main sail.
Can I have Gerard say something?
Sure.
So Gerard, it's like, I don't know how clearly we can hear this, but Gerard's like trying to pump up the crew, and he's like, first, they disrespected us by fighting us and throwing wangs at us, but we let that go because we were the bigger people. And then they stole one of our wallets, and we let that go too because we were trying to do the right thing. But then they said our style was bad. And that deserves death, so we're gonna kill them now.
So here's what I think happens. Kareen has slid down. She opens up one of her little vials of rune dust, dumps it on her hands and slams it on down this pole,
right?
Where the tidal wall is activated, and the energy crackles through, and there's this pulse that booms, kind of like a big plunger effect from underneath the Kaiserion, and a wave ripples outward, and this poor little fishing vessel that's like in between them
oh no,
is going to be right where the tidal wall goes up, so the vessel rises along with, I think, some of the dock too, because this is not supposed to be used while you're docked. So some of the nearby piers rise up with this wave, and they all freeze because she rolled a triumph on this one, on this effect. And so I think she's able to get it where she's able to kind of, as she activates it, is able to get it so it focuses all on that one side where it freezes. So it freezes in between them, but it leaves it open on the other side so they could escape or get on and off the ship. Like, that part of the dock is still accessible.
Oh, that rules. Okay.
Like the gangplank?
Yeah. And I think even some of the ice creeps outward, kind of locking in the topic ship.
I love this.
And
okay.
so they can't move either. So the ice is, there's this big ice wall that crept between them with the little fishing vessels peaked on top.
And it conveniently didn't freeze either Flynn or Saoirse.
Yeah, that'd be a problem.
They're farther away. Yeah, because they're on that other...
Oh my goodness.
But I do think the wave does ripple out to them a little bit, and so they do get jostled by it. But by this point, they've recovered. Okay, now Johnny and Zataar rush down. And Johnny sees this whole kerfuffle, and he doesn't know where... Saoirse's in the water. So he didn't... I don't know if he saw that. Maybe he did. Maybe he saw that. And so, maybe his concern is, he's like, my axe, what's going on? Like, now you kick me off my boat. Now you're drowning my axe. And so he's going to dive into the water to try to bring his swamp ox, because he also cares about that.
Yeah.
Bring that onto shore.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I think Zataar, as Johnny's doing the breaststroke towards the ox, he says, are people just allowed to shoot at people while they're in the harbor? I just want to know so that in the future, if I need to do that, I can do that. But is that allowed?
Ticket's that's what I was wondering.
Thank you.
I think as you're asking this question, is that allowed? You hear a booming voice come from behind you and say, no, it's not allowed. Highly forbidden brodering conduct.
Zataar turns around.
Zataar turns around, and you see a tall, lumbering troll. He's got a burnt yellow, kind of mustardy skin tone, and he stands at least 6.5, maybe 7 feet tall. He has longer, dark hair coming from underneath his tri-cornered hat, and he has these thick mutton chop sideburns on his face.
Definitely a captain.
That's how you can
He's
tell.
got a dark, almost black trench coat that he wears with
I get it.
a matching colored pants, and he's got a white shirt underneath that's kind of opened up to the breeze. His hat, also that darker color.
He's got a trench spike in one of his boots.
No.
No?
No.
He's got a trawl that he uses for digging trenches, yeah.
Let me finish. I've been practicing this description. Shut up. Let me finish this description. I've been working on this one so hard. He's cool, dang it. Okay. But it's not just all dark.
Yeah.
There are his buttons on the coat are teal, pink, and light purple. Just kind of like accented out. Cool. These colors can also be seen woven into his hair and into his mutton chops. There also seems to be some of this color, like kind of like thread work throughout his coat, maybe around the cuffs, around the lapels, on the bottom. And there's also some streamers hanging off of the back two corners of his tri-cornered hat of these same colors.
Okay.
And then off the front corner of the tri-cornered hat, there seems to be kind of like an anglerfish, kind of like a fish's eye dangling up above.
Weird. You do know that female anglerfish don't actually have eyes on the dangly bit, right?
Yeah. Well, this one is an eye.
Okay.
This one is a fish's eye.
I just want to make sure.
No, thank you. I appreciate that. It is an eyeball. There's a fish eyeball just kind of hanging from the top of his hat.
Super
and as he looks over this scene, he shows discontent. He is upset at the situation, but then he turns and he sees you, Zataar. A big smile goes across his face, and you see the characteristic troll teeth, these sharp, almost like a zigzag being drawn across his mouth, these perfectly triangular teeth. And he says, "No, it is not allowed at all. I should know. These are my docks. Name's Trench. Captain Louis Trench." Hey everyone, it's Nathan here. Sorry to interrupt the story. We'll get right back to it in just a second. But I have a couple of important things that I want to announce that I just don't have time to squeeze in right at the end of the episode, so I'm going to bring them up right here. The two things I want to talk about is what we're going to be uploading next on this feed, and the second one is Patreon. So actually, let me start with Patreon real quick. I know we talk about it at the end of every episode, and we've mentioned it before, but I genuinely want to say thank you to all of our patrons for all of your support. You guys are absolutely incredible. And I want to encourage the rest of you, if you are financially able to, come on and join us. You can go to kqpodcast.com, click on the Patreon button. And if you cannot support, if you're like, Nathan, times are tight, or, I don't want to give money to this podcast, totally get it. Totally understand. We're just so grateful that you're even here listening. But if you got a couple extra dollars rolling around, or you are like, yep, I really enjoy this. This is something I look forward to every week, and I want to make sure that it can continue for the future, then Patreon's the place for you. We got all kinds of good stuff. We got a Discord, and that's the place where we talk about it. If you're like, man, I wish I had someone I could talk to the show about, hey, this is the place where we talk about the episodes, post fan content, all kinds of good stuff. My favorite tier, second tier, is where you get a bonus episode every month, and we've got some goodies. We've got some goodies on there. Last month, we posted one where Jamie and I created a whole new crew about the big, the medium, and the little misunderstanding. A lot of fun, very silly. There's lots of extra lore and stories. We've got some extra background on the Hillbillies and the DePieta family. There's stuff about origin of the Brodrings and some background on how Ticket got on the ship and some stuff that happened beforehand. So tons of great stuff, lots of hours of content on there, and a new one every month. So you get all the old stuff plus a new thing every month. And then, of course, the Triumph tier, they get a sticker every other month and a little newsletter, which this one that I just sent out for this month included a bunch of stuff about holidays in the world of Palladium that Knight's Quest takes place in, some extra stories about that. And the sticker was an image of Captain Flynn dressed up as Santa, looking grumpy. Awesome design. Really, really proud of how that turned out. So if that's something you want to check out, we highly encourage you to do so. Again, if you can't, no worries. We're just so grateful that you're here listening to the show in the first place. Okay, the second thing to announce is what are we uploading next? So this episode is the finale of this little arc, this little story in the Giant's Foot. And so because it's a little finale spot and because it's the holiday season, we're going to be taking a small little break to give us time to just celebrate the holidays and get some more episodes recorded for the next chunk of the story. So the next thing that's going to be coming out, actually, will be on January 12th. So it's going to be 1 week later than usual. And Jamie and I have recorded 2 little episodes of a new story that we're calling Knight's Quest Green, which is a little bonus story. It takes place with different characters, different place in the world, different time. And that's just a little something that we recorded with some time that we had. Don't worry, Rage of the Sea is still the primary story. That's going to be what we're focusing on for the long term, but we just thought, hey, we had a little break. Let's throw this in here right there. So we'll have 2 episodes of that, which will go up, I think, both in January, starting on the 12th. And then depending upon where we're at in the production process, I'll let you know when Rage of the Sea will come back. So yeah, January 12th will be the next episode. And you can head on to kqpodcast.com for more goodies. So thank you all so much for listening. I'll get out of your way and let's continue with the story. Name's Trench. Captain Louis Trench.
Oh. Oh. Well, I'm going to go. I don't have any, I wasn't really expecting an answer, and, I can see that you are probably have some things you need to do.
He grabs you by the shoulder and he says,
Okay.
Tell me, lad, which of these crews is yours?
Oh boy.
Our boat is not docked currently. It's actually out of the safe harbor. Boy, you are
Really?
a large man. Not fat. I didn't say fat. You have an imposing. You have a way with.
I think he kind of tightens his grip a little further. He says, You don't say. You're out from port. You see, I was just out there. In fact, there's my ship right now. And he gestures out, to the bay that you come from. And you can see not just one ship, but a small fleet of ships sailing in. All of them are black ships. The main one is maybe about 3 times larger than the Kaiserion is, maybe 4.
Great.
This is a big vessel. Masts are black, the hull is black, but what makes it different than maybe the Topic ship, which is also black and edgy with streaks of red on it. Trench's ship, the sails are bright pink.
Okay.
This big pink sails with streamers tailing off the edges of that, almost making the sails look like jellyfish when the wind is blowing in them.
Oh, okay.
I like
Interesting. Okay.
And so, as these fleet sails into town, Trench says, I was just out there, and I didn't see any other ships, so let's try this one more time, lad. And he clenches even firmer. Which crew is yours?
What part of Zataar is he grabbing?
His shoulder.
Okay. Zataar is going to try and, stab is a harsh word, but like poke hard with the metal capped lapels of his suit jacket that he's wearing from the DPAs. He's going to try and poke his hands with the metal points
I love
and run.
that.
Okay. Yeah. What is that roll gonna be? You're quick-handing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because it's not a weapon attack. You're just trying to have him let go.
Yeah, I don't even want to cause harm. I just want to let go.
Do quick hand.
Okay.
Against his strength, which is 3.
Ugh.
In this situation. It probably should be a 4, but I'll do a 3.
Well, okay. Well, that's a failure with disadvantage. And that's about as well as I thought that was going to go.
Alright, so you try to break free, and Trench does not let go. And he goes, based on your appearance, I'm going to guess that you're not from, and he gestures to Topic. They all have a certain style.
Would he not assume that he's with the Depietes?
Oh. I'm going to say disadvantage is that he thinks the opposite and says, now, I've never seen a Depiete human before.
Right,
so why don't you explain to me where you got such a sharp outfit from? And now he's interrogating you.
I think when Flynn steps out of the water and he looks up towards the town and sees Trench with Zataar.
Yeah.
And he turns around and kind of observes the scene on the docks, and he sees the fleet coming in, and he just kind of sighs, and he starts walking towards Trench, and he says, Captain, would ye be so kind as to unhand my dear Vance there?
When Trench sees Flynn,
Oh boy.
he lets go of Zataar in surprise.
Yeah, Zataar runs immediately right to the ship.
Trench composes himself after almost kind of doing like a double blink, and he goes, "Well, I'll be drowned if it isn't the traitorous Flynn. What brings your sorry wings onto my docks this time of night?"
He doesn't react to anything that, like, visibly react to anything Trench says. He just says, Louis, I wouldn't come here unless I had to. I'm actually trying to leave, if you could believe it.
I think it's at this point that the rest of the crew, like Kareen and Chor, and I'm assuming Ticket, are like peering over the edge of the Kaiserion, and they're like watching what's about to go down. Trench goes, I would prefer if you did. Leave, that is.
Oh, well, then I can do that. I was kind of expecting this to be more of a complicated parlay.
And what makes you think that?
And then Saoirse appears.
And then Trench turns and sees Saoirse, and he goes, Well. It has gone from the worst night to the best night. The lovely Saoirse has decided to grace my presence once again.
Oh, spirits.
Wait a minute, Saoirse. And he like looks at Flynn. You're not still hanging around with this clown, are ya?
That I am.
You see Trench actually gets kind of like, even like more upset than he maybe was earlier. And he's like, oh, I see. Oh, that's fine.
I don't know that you do, Trench, and that's not meant to be an insult, but there are quite a few things that have happened that ye may not have the full grasp of.
There have been quite a few things that have happened since we last spoke all of those years ago. What was it now? Is it 7 years? Something like that? 7 years since you caused our crew to fall apart.
You were always so good at asking questions you already had the answers to, Trench.
I don't believe there were many questions that needed to be asked. Flynn?
Now listen. And she kind of has her, one of her hands up, the other is still holding the bag. Now listen, we be doing our best to remove ourselves from your city here. There's no need for further, whatever all of this is.
Yes, my city. Thank you for clarifying this detail, Saoirse. Because I have every right under the Brodring order to arrest ye, and he points at Flynn, for what you've done. It seems that you have not yet been at the Captain's Congress the same time as me. In fact, last I heard, you've only been to one. And then you ran away with your tail tucked between your legs.
Trench, I promise ye, we will be at the next Captain's Congress. That's the whole point of coming here. I don't have time to explain this all to you. I know how insane it is to ask you this, but just trust me. I will see you again soon with all the other Brodring captains, and you can ask your questions if you will let me answer them this time. Please.
Trench laughed when you mentioned trusting him.
Yeah.
But when you say this, see him again, he says, you know what? And he gets close. Probably being one of the few people taller than Flynn, looks down on him and says, I hope I do see you again. Because then we can do this the right way. The just way. The way that he deserved it. I haven't forgotten what you did, Flynn. All these years, I've been waiting, getting ready. And he gestures to this fleet on one hand. As you can see, I have my beautiful Mariana, a fine ship, a fine fleet. And he gestures over to his left, and as you can see, I have a beautiful city. See that castle up there? That's mine. That's where I live. And of course, I've been preparing in another way. I have the best and the strongest tannin that there is. And he pulls out a whistle.
Oh no.
You see a signal. Meanwhile, Topic, this whole time, they've not been chill. And I think one of them kind of rushes down. A member we haven't met, and he's like, excuse us. No, not excuse us. We are trying to finish something that was started. And he's like saying this to Trench.
Oh no.
And Trench turns around and he says, I believe ye have broken some rules here on my docks. I would kindly ask that you summon your tannin, or else I will destroy your ship. The Topic member, panicked, runs back, tells his guys, and Trench then says to Flynn, he says, let me demonstrate what happens when you follow the rules of the broad drinks. And you see that Topic has now summoned their tannin to rise, and it is a giant vampire squid.
Oh, yes. Absolutely it is.
Thank you to Leprechaun Boy on our Discord for that suggestion. And so it's just a giant vampire squid, but I'm going to say it's got like eyeliner and it's got like red-tipped tentacles.
They've done some work.
Yeah. Don't know how they pulled that off.
They've done some work on their tannin. And it is fierce. It is terrifying. You know, it's bigger than your own ship. It almost looks like an island coming out of the water. And then you hear another noise. As this sound echoes from beneath the waters. And you see rising from the dark waters, as it's nighttime, right? Full moon up above reflecting on the surface. A long serpentine creature rises from the depths. And it just keeps rising higher and higher and higher. It is also in a dark, kind of glossy black color. Very smooth, maybe more like an eel in the way that its mouth kind of looks. It does have some frills along the back, going all the way down, so you can see it spiraling. Its eyes are small. You can only see them by the glimmer of the moonlight off of them. But the more noticeable feature is starting from the edge of its mouth, running down the length of its body. You see these same blue, pink, and purple colors as dots running down the edge, kind of like a deep sea creature as a kind of glow in the dark night. This glowing can also be seen running on the edge of the ridges that run down its back as it coils up into the air, facing off against the vampire squid, which I'll say also, since the vampire squid is a reddish color, it has black tipped the edges of the tentacles. It just,
yes.
And the two creatures begin to fight. While they're fighting in the background, Trench stands there proud. He's not worried. He's not shaking in his boots. And he turns to Saoirse and he says, you know, it's not too late. I've always got room on my crew for more beastkeepers. You can leave Flynn's crew. Join mine today.
Saoirse looks at where the monsters are fighting, and she looks back to Trench and she says, Lou, I've set me course, and I'll not soon be changing that. I think she might turn back and start walking towards the Kaiserion, honestly.
The fighting continues between the monsters as the tentacles of the vampire squid try to wrap around this tall, serpentine, eel-like creature. But Louis Trench is not phased when eventually the eel opens up its mouth.
Oh no.
And then it keeps opening. And it keeps opening. And you realize that these dots, these glowing dots, are like a perforation as its mouth can continue to keep opening, and it keeps rising as there's more and more until it's almost like split itself in half. And it then lunges at the vampire squid, wrapping the top jaw around one way and the bottom jaw around another way, clenching like an anaconda, but its teeth perforated all around the edge, squishing and squeezing this vampire squid, and then lifting this entire Tanin into the air. And Louis Trench just stands there,
I hate this,
smiling until he gives a short blow on his whistle, and there's a pause, and then the eel throws and hurls the vampire squid into the cliff edge. The mountains that are surrounding this valley. And it slams. You can hear the reverberation of this echo across the valley, bouncing back and forth as the vampire squid slumps onto the coastline, and mountain chunks, rocks and boulders crash on top of it, leaving the squid motionless. The eel slinks over with its top and bottom jaws, kind of sniffing with the top one as it slowly seals up its jaw, becoming a sleek black eel once again, and slowly submerging back into the depths.
Jeez.
Well, that was nightmarish.
Yeah, did not enjoy that.
Trench turns to Flynn and he says, "If you ever step foot on these docks, in this city, if that flag of yours is ever caught waving in this bay, there will be no hesitation to see your ship destroyed. Now get out."
Flynn kind of looks at Trench. He's sad. He's not angry. There's no rage. He's just sad. Flynn opens his mouth to say something to Trench, and then closes his mouth, and just turns around and starts heading back towards the Kaiserion.
As you walk back to your ship, making the walk back that you had made previously after a fight going poorly, you see the trident sticking out of a barrel. The same barrel it was sticking out of earlier when you fought Zampa and his goons.
He sees the trident and he grabs it and he just hurls it into the ocean. Just tomahawks it end over end, throws it as hard as he can, and he's just screaming. He's just wrecked. He slowly walks back up onto the ship and slams the doors of the captain's quarters without saying anything to any of the crew.
So the door slams and those echoes and reverberations are there for a bit, but not long after that, Saoirse is going to say to Chor, "We need to be going right now before Trench realizes that we just destroyed a whole giant wagon full of a bunch of stuff that was supposed to go to him. He didn't mention it, so I don't think he remembered that. We need to go now."
Yeah, I already on it. I've got the old sail. We start taking that down as soon as that's
right,
wrecked,
the
because
sail, of course.
Yeah, so I think I've got Ticket working on her knots. How's it going, Ticket? How's it going?
Pretty good, I think. One of them came undone, so I did it again. I don't know what I did differently, but this one held, so I think it's working.
Okay, that's good.
Zataar's just going behind her, every single one, and fixing it.
That's actually adorable. I love that.
Yep, we got Kareen down below deck. She will be making sure that we have our defenses ready in case Topic tries to do anything in our retreat. Otherwise, we are a go to go. By the way, nose goes on telling the captain about the stowaway, so you're the last one to do it. We all did it while you were down there, so...
that is not fair, which in itself seems rather fair. We'll save that for when we're away from most of the possible danger.
Alright, sounds good. And Chor hops to it, and the Kaiserion eventually starts pulling out from just a mess of a dock, as there's just a frozen wall slowly starting to sink back down. Topic is they're shook, the crew members have gotten up, they're trying to get their Tanin back in the water, they're rushing over to the coastline to try to drag it back. It's huge. I mean, it's bigger than the ship, right? And Trench is just standing there on the dock, hands in his pockets of his trench coat, staring as you slowly sail away. No smile, just some deep glare Does Saoirse watch, or does the captain watch as they leave, or?
Yeah, I mean, I assume they probably have to turn the boat around, and so I think Flynn is standing. I'm imagining his quarters like the stereotypical, like it's got like windows along the back of it.
Mm-hmm. So from the captain's quarters, he can see where they're behind the ship.
Yeah, I imagine he's standing at the window, like looking back at Trench as well.
Yeah. I'd like Saoirse to be facing Trench as they're leaving, and it's partially out of just hoping that if anything is going wrong or if anyone's trying anything, she can spot it. But it's also more than that. It's also, yeah, there's definitely a lot of regret, and there's definitely a lot of, it's clear there's history there, you know?
As they sail away from the Giant's Foot, one long, eventful day, tired, beaten, bruised, you name it. The crew sets sail as Ticket has got her new gauntlet. She's learning knots. Zataar is helping her out. Chor is taking the books that he got from Doc Martin, and he's bringing that into the captain's quarters as he's putting it on the shelf. And from there he sees Captain Flynn staring out the back, and Chor sees the trident on the wall, as it always is supposed to be. Above them on the poop deck is Saoirse. Deep below deck is the Red Cutlass, Silene, getting cozy behind the barrels, but she is kind of clambering above deck a little bit. You know, she clambers above a little bit and just kind of stares out at the city, her home, her stomping grounds, sailing away for now the second time in her life on a ship with Flynn and Saoirse, leaving this port, though under very different circumstances. And Trench standing at the dock, you know, looking cool, looking calm, his face stoic, but his hands are clenched and shaking with rage. Thank you for listening to Night's Quest, and a big shout out, of course, to our Triumph tier patrons. Lo long may he reign, those dang hives again, Mike and Reagan, the kin and deity of riches. You know what to do. Go to kqpodcast.com to join their ranks. We will see you all on January 12th for the mini-series called KQ Green, as we take a little break of Rage of the Sea. We hope you all have happy holidays, and we'll see you all in 2024. There's going to be no time wasting doing it.
Yeah.
All right.
Instead of evading taxes, we're going to be evading pirates?
Road drinks? The mafia?
Italians?
They're not. They're orcs.
Orctalians?
You guys
you can't say that.
You guys, you can't just like throw syllables together to come up with random dessert names and then claim, no, they're not Italians, they're orcs. I'm not drawing on any stereotypes.
This is all the blooper. I'm cutting this part out.
Are you referring to Sprigatoli?
Yes, thank you. That was it. I couldn't think of it.
Sprigatoli. Okay.
If that's a real thing, I do apologize.
I have no idea.
Yeah.
It's a Night's Quest dessert now.